Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slant. Hoping I got another video for y'all. So I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna come back with the commentary.
Women be letting their ex treat them like trash for years and then try to raise the bar for the next man. You telling me your ex had a four-way with your mother, sister, best friend, owed your credit score from an 800 to a 212, financing a Hellcat, verbally abused your pet goldfish, and beat up your daddy, and you stayed with him? Now since you know your worth, the next man gotta treat you like a queen. You expect a new man to take you out to 5-star dining establishments, but the Mickey D's drive-thru was all fine and dandy when your last man did it. Why should I have to work 10 times harder than the last man? We no longer out here giving these women our best. You're only getting comparable experiences. Go ahead and follow me. They toxic.
Now this dude was hilarious, right? I must admit, he was hilarious. But he made some valid points. There's too many of our sisters walking around here with a similar description of what he said, right? Like, they let men drag them through the mud. That's why I always say women do not know how to pick men. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't. They let men drag them through the mud. When you hear some of the stories, that's why some of these sisters, they don't want to tell their stories no more, right? Because they be like, you're going to use it against me. It's not using it against you. It's just like, come on. Somebody got to keep you balanced. Somebody got to remind you of reality sometimes. Because there's too many of our sisters out here going through these experiences, and then they want to jump a big ass hurdle, right? They want to go from a very, very low accepting bare minimum to exemplary. I don't even know if that's the word, but they just want like this high sense of princess treatment, and it's like there's levels to shit. And of course, I'm not advocating for women or people in general. Like, of course, if your ex was a piece of shit, you should move up the ranks. You should kind of like upgrade, right? But this whole notion and this whole idea that you're gonna go from like the floor ground to just living in a penthouse is absurd. And so many of our sisters have that mindset. Like, if you was eating chopped cheeses at the deli, like, how you just gonna jump from chopped cheeses at the deli to 5-star restaurants? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, slow your ground. And you might get that. But I'm just saying, like, damn, you just gonna skip past Applebee's? You just gonna skip past what's the name of that thing? Amy Ruth's? Whatever. You just gonna skip past certain places, like, to just, like, try to compensate for the years that you lost? And sometimes some of these women be having like they'll be having like 5 relationships, or they'll just have like not just 5, like they just have, some of these women have like a whole bunch of men who came before you who thrashed them, right? And then, like I said, it's not a problem for you to try to upgrade or try to find a better man, but it is a problem when you try to overcompensate. It is a problem when you try to almost like not blame the man, but like it's a problem when the next man has to pay because you had some poor choices in your life, right? Because that's what they are, poor choices. It's hard to get into a wholesome relationship when you have this inflated sense of, I know my worth, I'm not settling. And then this is like, yo, shorty, you was messing with a dude that had shit stains in his drawers. Like, you was over, like, I hear stories about some of these girls, they was taking care of men for 6 years. Like, they was putting up with like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And then it's like, you want to have this I'm not settling mindset because you wasted a lot of time, because you made some poor choices, because you decided to stay in some crazy ass situations, because you don't know how to vet, right? And now some other man gotta pay for that. And even sometimes you notice that when these women that are battered, bitter, angry, and, you know, traumatized severely, when they get in relationships sometimes with other brothers, that shit comes out, it seeps out, because they have that trauma, they have that hurt, they have that pain. You hear it in a lot of these women who are like, I'm good single, I'm all right, I don't gotta, whatever. The whole point of the conversation is, come on, sisters, you gotta gradually take steps. Your next man should be better than your ex. Brothers too. Your next girl should be better than your ex. But we have to be realistic, man. I get it. Shoot for the moon, right? Hopefully you land on the stars. I get that. But you have to be realistic when we out here talking to people, right? Just because you wasted a lot of your time, just because you made some poor choices, just because, forgive yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Forgive yourself and just be realistic with your next options and be a little smarter. That's all, man. But don't have unrealistic expectations because you was the one that fucked up. So just be accountable. Forgive yourself for the mistake that you have made and just move on with your life. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. That video was funny from that brother. You have a good one. Peace.